Hello and welcome to Watchdog Wargaming. Today I'm going to share with you my collection of bolt action Korea, North Korean forces that I've been collecting over the last couple of months. Um, they're all still in the boxes and are now in a position where I can start on this new army. Like I said, it's based on North Korea, so what I will do is now go through all the different boxes I have, open them up, and we can actually have a look at the figures together, and hopefully talk about. I can mention what different types of weapons on there. I'm okay with my German and British and Commonwealth weapons, so the Russian stuff, which they mostly used. Let's see if I can get this right. I'm sure people out there will pick me up if I get it wrong, but further to do. So this is the first box. Now I had this, I think it was over Christmas or just before Christmas when Bolt Action had a bit of an offer on, and so took advantage of that. And so let's see what we've got in here before I put these away. So first off, we have this one, which is the North Korean KPA anti-tank rifle, light mortar and flamethrower teams. Okay, so by modern standards, the actual anti-tank rifle, most modern armies have actually got rid of it. Certainly, sort of like middle of World War II, especially the Russian and German armies. If I remember rightly, this is a PTRS rifle, 14.5 millimeter in cartridge. Two-man team. Let's have a look and see what's in there. Yes. So, yeah, nice sculpts. A little bit of flash on them, but that's not a problem. We can sort that, rectify that. So, what we've got in here. So, who's it from today? Ronnie S. So, yeah, Ronnie S. Thank you very much. We're just checking your package in today. So, in this you have it's a flamethrower. I'm not sure the actual Russian terminology for that flamethrower, but I'll try and find out. It looks like a loader. He's armed with a SKS. You've got the light machine gun, light mortar. Now, a light mortar, I think that's a 50 millimeter M1940. Like most of these things are based on Russian equipment. The machine guns they're using on the back there, you can see the actual sculpts. That's a PPSH 41, I think. Again, nice sculpt. So you've got a flamethrower team, a mortar team, and then you've got the PPSH team. So it's again teams of two. Actually, you could use him for a medic as well because he's actually carrying a nice satchel, so you could use that for his medic. So lots of interchangeability on there. So that's those ones. So on to the next one, which is the North Korean KPA DSHK HMG, or commonly known as the Dushka, if I pronounced that correctly. And so, shout out to Chuck for this one. So with a Dushka, yeah, it's a heavy machine gun. It's mounted on a wheeled mount. Normally, you should see these on top of T-34s, T-34s, 85s, which they're used. So we've got the looks like a loader with spare ammunition, a spotter, another loader carrying additional ammunition. The gun itself, the mount, so the shield, the limber, and strangely enough, this is the actual crewman. But the crewman is actually split into two parts, which is a bit weird. But he actually sits behind the trolley on the mount, on the seat behind it, so like that. At some point, I put all these together, and that I'll show you what the outcome of that was. Now, the Dushka, that was that 12.7, about 50 millimeter, about equivalent to like 50 caliber. Quite a heavy machine gun, and still in use today. So it's fair dues to Russian engineering. And the last one is a North Korean KPA heavy mortar team. This one. So IB, 1B. Well, thanks down to those. So North Korean heavy mortar. Right, so we've got the loader. He's carrying extra ammunition. Chap who still looks like he's just about to put a round down the actual tubes. The commander, again, nice scalps. There's binos and everything. And typically another crew member with a PPSH covering his ears. And who wouldn't be? So you've got the mortar base plate, the legs, and then the mortar tubes. Now, that looks like you've got extra bits there, which is the actual some extra rounds in a box. Heavy mortars, 120 millimeters, I think these are. Again, if I got that wrong, please let me know. I'm not sure what the actual model would be of that one, but it's probably a Soviet era mortar. Right, okay, so let's pop those to one side. Get rid of the bits and bobs. Next we have in the bag is, we'll get there, 2 seconds. Okay, so the next we have is the North Korean support group. Definitely something I didn't have prepared earlier. The only thing what I've done on these ones is actually taken the plastic covers off them so it'll be easier to get into. So according to this, it's North Korean KPA support group, 10 metal 28mm Korean War miniatures and support weapons. Not great packaging, and there's a picture guide on the back. Oh, there's a loose chappy in there. So in here, another one that's nicely all packaged up and sealed. Oh, I seem to have got a Bertie bonus. Is there meant to be a light machine gun in there? Spare? So what we've got in here, so we've got flag bearer, again, nice sculpt. I believe that's the officer or the commissar figure, armed with a Nagant or armed with a Nagant. Let's see what else we've got in here. Now I think that's the medic figure with his medical bags, and it looks like he's got a roll of bandages in his hand. Nice sculpts. That's another figure. I'm not sure if that's another officer, but it's got someone reading a map, so it may even part of the heavy weapons team that's in here. That's a loader for mortars. So let's try and sort this out. So spare me a second. So we've got an officer with a pistol, so that must be the officer with a pistol. A commissar with an SMG. Have we come across the commissar with the SMG yet? So the chappie with reading the map with the SMG must be the commissar. The medic, yeah, we've got the medic, the chappie with the satchel, and the flag bearer. So that's part of all your sort of like your headquarters. Yeah, nice sculpts and a nice size to them as well. And then what else we've got in here? A medium machine gun. Right, a medium machine gun. Again, this is going back to the old Russian knowledge. So it's a medium machine gun. So it might be a model 1910 or the model 1943. Now, the only difference, as far as I'm aware, was the actual carriage it was on was slightly different, but other than that, visually it looked the same. God, it sounded like a right spotter. And then what we've got here is, according to this, is a medium mortar. Now the medium mortar, so that's an 82mm. So we've got a light mortar, which is 50. A medium, we've got a light mortar, which is 50. A medium mortar, which is 82mm, and the sort of the heavy one we saw earlier on, which is the 120mm mortar. So this is the crew. So you've got looks like in number 2 feeding the ammunition in. He looks like a mortar crewman feeding the round in, covering his ears, and they've got another loader. And then you've got, I think those 3 chappies there are actually off the medium machine gun team. And this was packed by Ronnie as well. So yeah, okay, another shout out to Ronnie. Bit more flash, but that's fine. That we can clear all that up later on. And that's what they should look like once I've painted them up. Probably not with the same bases because I'm terrible at bases, but there we are. And that is the actual North Korean support group. So we'll just pop those to one side. Okay, so with the North Korean Rangers, they do come in. There's actually other box sets. So you've got the light machine gun squad, the SMG squad, and you've got the rifle squad. So what I'll open up first is the rifle squad. So this is the boxing front, North Korean KPA rifle squad, 10 metal 28mm figures. and that's what hopefully they look like at the back there. So the weapons on the looking at in the back of this, you've got PPSHs, you've got SKSs, and it looks like Mosin Nagants, and it looks like you've got for their light machine gun. I can never know what these are called, but I know they're called sort of like the DP light machine gun or the record player. Was it Dretrinov Pedekatov or something? But they're called DP anyway, or the record player light machine gun. It had a big 60 round sort of like a circular drum on the top of it. Right, so let's open up and see what we've got in the more bases. More bases, and who's this one by? Oh, this is Ronnie as well. So 10 figures, and this is the rifle squad. I've actually got 3 of these boxes because I wanted 3 of the actual basic rifle squads. So okay, we'll start off with him, and he's the your DP chappy, your kind of light machine gun. And nice chunky sculpts. Bit of flash on them, but that'll clean up. You've got, it looks like the section commander there, armed with a PPSH. Soldier with a rifle, probably a Mosin. Mosin on that one. Another bolt action rifle. Oh, that's a shame. Barrel's broken on that one. But that's a bit of a broken barrel on that one, which is a shame. That's an SKS. Another SKS. With the SKS as well, you've actually got a folding bayonet underneath. More SKSs. I think that's an SKS with the actual bayonet unfolded out. And then you've got Mosin Nagant on there as well. Again, so like I said, I've got 3 boxes of these, so you've got 10 figures there, and that's a typical section. So commander, a gunner, commander, light machine gunner, and then sort of normal rifleman. Okay. What I'll do now is open up the next one, which is the North Korean SMG squad. Again, nice cardboard packaging. There's only 9 figures in this at the moment, and the SMG squads were used for like close assault or assaulting in position, because you can get a lot of rounds down. Again, with the majority of all these the North Korean forces, they were actually sort of organized, trained, and equipped more or less along the Soviet model. So practices that the Russians learned during World War II were then sort of passed on to other communist nations, and sort of best practice. So again, find ourselves with lots of packaging. Yes, I should be cutting that away from myself. I'm terrible. So, what do you reckon on this one? Is this going to be another Chuck or a Ronnie? Oh, this is a Ronnie S now. So yeah, Ronnie S. Okay, so in here should be, so we have a section commander, again armed with a PPSH. SMG gunner. Looks like he's just about to throw a potato masher grenade. Lots of bit of flash on there as well, so I'll take that off later on. And, he looks like he's just about to pull a grenade ring out with his teeth. Not a good idea, unless he's actually prepared his grenades earlier on. This chappie looks like he's just putting a new drum mag onto his PPSH. Yeah, he looks like he's just cocking it. So we've actually got the early PPHSs and also the early ones and the later ones. So we've got the ones with the magazine and the ones with the actual drum on there as well. And that is a very bizarre pose. He actually looks like he's firing into the ground, or it could be a ditch, or firing down the hill. But there's the figures on those ones. So that is the North Korean SMG squad. So we've done the rifle, we've done the SMG squad, and then last but not least, we'll go into their the LMG squad. So this is 10. So there's the LMG squad. 10 metal figures in there again. So it'll be, according to the back, we have a 1 NCO with an SMG, 2 two-man LMG teams, 5 riflemen, and the plastic bases. Okay, so this has been prepared by somebody completely different. So let's have a look. Yeah, hello to Vaz. So oh, that's not sprue. That actually is the bipod for the DP gun. So we'll have to be careful on that, as I haven't thrown anything else away. So I'll have to double check what I've just pulled out. So we have, it looks like the commander there, nice bit of sprue on it, with holding his hand up. You can all see all these. Rifleman armed with an Nagant throwing a stick grenade. This chappie here is armed with an SKS, and he looks like he's arming a stick grenade. If you didn't know, the actual stick grenades are actually armed from the bottom of the handle, very much similar to the German grenades. You unscrew the cap at the bottom, you get a little dangly bit, you pull that, and it's sort of like a friction initiator. So it's unfortunately, once you've pulled that, you can't exactly just pop it back into your pocket like you can with the normal grenades. There's a rifleman. Okay, so this chappie he's got his DP light machine gun. That must be the bipod for it, but he hasn't got a magazine on the top. So this is his number 2, who looks like he's just about to give him the actual drum magazine, which is good. There's a chappie there. He looks like he's just off for a country walk and bagged some pheasants. So he looks like he's getting something out of his bag on that one. So interesting sculpt. And then we've got another DP light machine gun, but this one's using a wall to give an elevated position. And there's his number 2 with the ammunition bag. So that is the start of my North Korean army. Like I said, I've got the headquarters element. The headquarters element over here. We've got a light mortar. We've got a medium machine gun. The officer, commissar, medic, and standard bearer. We have the flamethrower, another light machine gun, and the anti-tank rifle. We have a Dushka heavy machine gun, a heavy mortar, and a medium mortar. I've got the LMG squad, an SMG squad, and I've also then got 3 rifle squads. So that's pretty. I don't know what that works out in points, but the only thing I'm missing, which I'll have to find at some point, is that I've got an anti-tank gun, which is the 1937 or the M1937 45mm anti-tank gun. Pretty much looks like the old German Pak 36. So it's something that was borrowed by from the Germans, changed by the Russians, and copied or given to the North Koreans, Chinese to use. So there we have it. So I hope you liked what I've got here. At some point, I will sort of paint these up and we'll put them on as a sort of a bit of a showcase. So this is my next project. So the US Marines I've been working on, I've finished those. So they need some opponents, and here we are. So thanks for your time, much appreciated. And if you like what I'm doing, don't forget to like and subscribe below. And I'll see you again. Thanks for watching Watchdog Wargaming. Cheers. Bye now.